can't. Sorry, I'm laughing.
Cooking with Alana and Taylor. Hey guys,
What's up?
Welcome back to a new video. Alana and I are gonna be making some cookies.
So we have the Pillsbury, if that's how you say it, ready to bake ghost sugar cookies. I've had the, what are they called? The rabbit bunny
The
ones.
rabbit ones.
Okay.
So now, the first step is to preheat the oven to what?
350.
But while we are waiting for it to be done preheating, we will put it on a pan.
On an ungreased pan. See how cute this is? I'm living.
How do you?
A little close up. I'm living. These look like Tide Pods.
Oh, you know, it's spooky season. Look at him. Oh, so good. This is a legal activity. We're gonna take the rest of these cookies.
Wait a minute.
And put them.
Can we just look at like the bags under his eyes? I love that.
Okay, so now we're gonna take the rest of these and put them 2 inches apart.
Down to assembly.
Now we put some cookies on the tray. We're gonna leave some of them for my loved ones because I have to.
And we're gonna eat another one.
Okay, we're back, and now the oven is done preheating. Okay, long story short, I left a pizza pan inside the oven when we were preheating the cookies. So I thought that the house was gonna set on fire, and Alana was like, "Wow, you're an idiot. Use an oven mitt, stupid." And we got the pan out, and everything was all good. Actually on.
Guess what?
Oh hell no, we're not gonna open that door.
Ooh. We're gonna die.
How long do we have to preheat this for? I thought the cookies are done. Let's make sure that we're not gonna get murdered. Come on, if we die. There's no one there. Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys that we were home alone when we filmed this, so we were really freaked out. So Alana ran in the closet with the Coca-Cola, and I was like, "Oh, you better not close the door on me. I'm not trying to die right now, sister." I kicked the door. We kind of made like a little dent in. Hopefully my mommy doesn't find out, 'cause she's gonna whoop me.
Not that noticeable. It looks like a smudge.
Okay, we're back, and the cookies are done. So I'm gonna grab my broke. Can you shut up? We're gonna get our broke person oven mitt that we've had for like 5 years.
Oof.
And we're gonna open the oven.
Oh, that's so cute! I'm sorry to like butt rape them.
So these are the cookies.
They look so cute.
They're so cute. The cookies. Okay. Okay, so
Picture this.
I can picture this. My stomach hurt. Let's go back to the spooky time. So, my grandma has aged a little while, you know? She's not the youngest.
Senior home.
She's not the youngest. So, she was talking about how, like, she used to be a teacher, and one of the kids in her class, or like her 8th period, got murdered. Alright, sis. But me and Alana were.
Hit pause.
The door, you know, we heard the doorbell. We got really freaked out. The door knock or something. And we thought it was a clown. So I go on Google, and the clown things are back. And I just punctured the ghost.
Well, you're eating that one, so suck it.
Taste. Oh, cheers. Oh, they're so soft. Oh, so good.
Mmm. Sorry. You actually know how to edit? I don't know.
But
Last year, I think it was. Probably last year. My friend Caitlin was at my house. I think I told you this, or I sent you the Snapchats. So we were downstairs minding our own business, and so
Next thing you know, so there's in my living room in my house downstairs, there is a shorter couch with like the love seat, and there's a longer one. She was sitting on the longer one, I'll sit on the smaller love seat. And so from the, like when I was sitting on the love seat, you could see my head, like if I was sitting straight, you could see my head from the front door, which was behind me, which was obviously not in this house, this is her house. But, so.
we were both on our phones. It was like 12:30, almost 1 in the morning,
Oh, I remember this story.
And we were alone. My parents were asleep. My sister was asleep. We were the only ones awake. And Lily was sleeping right next to us on her dog bed. You know, AKA she doesn't sleep on the floor because we don't do that to our animals. Okay, thank you. Abuse. Okay. So we're chilling on Instagram, and next thing you know, we hear. I look at Caitlin. I'm just like, "Did you hear that?" And she said, "Yeah." And so I was just like, "Okay, well that's kind of creepy," but it was probably a branch or something like it is in most movies when people get scared. So, like, of course, when this was happening, all I was thinking about was movies and like I was thinking ahead. I was just like, okay, well, if this keeps happening, what are we gonna do? What if there's someone outside? Is everything locked? Because normally, like, whoever's the last one awake it's their job to see if all the doors are locked.
Your dad leaves the back door unlocked sometimes.
And it bothers me. So, so I have glasses, and obviously I never wear them because I don't like how heavy they are. And so when I have to see, I go like this. So I had to from the love seat, I was looking at the back door. It was locked. I think it was, at least. And then we had no idea if the front door was locked. And then we had absolutely no clue if the garage was open or not, because my dad was the last one in the garage and he leaves it open all the time, which is not a good idea. Don't do that. But sorry, cookie break. Okay. So I said, okay, stay there. I'm gonna check the front door and see if anyone's there. Because what if it was a neighbor being creepy? I don't know. And I check the front door, I lock it, I turn the porch light on, and so I sit back down, and the next thing you know, like not even a couple minutes later, you hear, and my high IQ butt face, I was gonna say it but I'm just gonna cut the little clip out, but yeah, when I heard I looked at Caitlin and I said, okay, well that sounds like a pattern, we're gonna die, so let's lock everything and run upstairs like we are not gonna see tomorrow's daylight. So, I said, okay, we know the front door's locked, we know the back door's locked, we have to check the garage. And we go through the dark, scary laundry room to check if the garage is open or not. So,
Don't come down, we're filming! Keep going.
Oh, the lighting. What happened there?
Did you make cookies?
Yes, sir.
Don't touch the spatula, just touch the cookie.
We're good.
I know. Keep going, what were you saying? You're talking about, like, you were gonna die, and then you were talking about the dark hallway.
So, I'm like, okay, normally, when people in movies check like the closet, the door, they're always empty-handed and they get killed. So I thought, I'm gonna grab something to defend myself with if there's someone there, which there probably wasn't. But of course, my smart self thinks of a lighter and scissors.
Oh, I would have grabbed a shoe. Made you my jungler.
Yeah. And like, keep in mind, pretty much like my living room and my kitchen are literally separated by a couch. So I could have just walked over and gotten a knife, but you know, that's of course not.
You also could have just hidden in the closet.
Yeah.
In the pantry.
But that's of course what Caitlin thought of. She thought of a knife. So she was like, okay, well I'm gonna grab a knife, you grab a lighter and scissors because you're just so smart. And I said, okay, thank you. And then, of course she was like, I'm not going there. So I had to be the one to check the garage. And so
But she's the one who had the knife.
Exactly. So I was pretty much setting myself up to die. And because I was thinking like, I was thinking we had to be fast because
You were the sacrifice.
pretty much. And so I was like, okay, well, that was like 3 minutes apart, the 3 knocks and the 2 knocks. So we have like a minute to do this. So
You have a minute until you're dying. So.
yeah. So I grabbed my stuff. I'm heading over to the garage, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm dying today. And then I open the door to the laundry room. It's dark. I turn that on, or the light on, and then I opened the garage door, like so ready to just like throw anything, throw something if there was something there. There wasn't anything there, so I was just like, okay. And then the garage was kind of open, like it was open that much off the ground when it's normally like way down there, because we keep it cracked open for the cats, and because we have 2 outside cats, so it's in case they need food or water, and we don't keep it out because of the ducks, because there's ducks in our neighborhood. Yeah.
Quackers.
Yeah, quackers. And sorry, oh my god, I keep thinking that car is someone. Okay, so
There's a trash can.
oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oops.
It's a blue trash can.
Yeah, that makes sense. But so we fixed the garage, and then I closed the garage door. I locked I meant like the door leading to the garage. I locked that, and we never locked that because obviously no one can fit under the garage. Well, it's only the cats, which are
Unless they snuck into your car and opened the garage. If your car wasn't locked.
Ooh.
My dad always worries about that.
Wow, that just made me realize. Okay, well, wow. Thankfully, we've not gotten broken into. So,
Well, at home.
yeah, and so let's see. So we fixed that, and then we ran, or like we turned off the lights and everything. Caitlin carried the knife with her because she's smart. I put my stuff back because it's useless. And
Just throw a pair of scissors.
so darted upstairs to my room, and then my room. If you're standing in the backyard, you can see like my window, and so if I have my big light on, aka like I have a chandelier. Oh wow, so fancy, but like I have a chandelier, and if you have that on, and like it doesn't have like a dimmer, so we closed the curtains, and then I turned on my lava lamp instead because I'm just so smart, and then we sat on the floor like under the window so they couldn't see us, and then yeah, I texted my sister. I woke her up from like all my texting, and then she came in. We were telling her the story. We locked my bedroom door, and then like we were so scared after that. We couldn't.
You guys were fine.
Yeah, we were fine.
I have a spooky story actually. It's about the clown thing. I think I told you about this like the day after it happened, like the night it happened. I feel like.
Probably.
So, okay, so when Alana and I were like younger, like whatever, like when the clown thing happened, like we were like really freaked out about it. So like we would always like walk around and we'd be like, oh my god, like there's gonna be a clown here. Like we used to be afraid to go out at night and stuff. And
still am.
so then, one night, like I was over at her house like the night before because I slept over and stuff. We watched The Purge, and that night was supposed to be like the clown purge thing. So like I was freaking out. Alana was freaking out. Like we were Snapchatting Caitlin, she was freaking out. So we were all freaking out like on the phone and like together. And so we watched The Purge, and we're like, it's not even that scary. Like whatever. Like we get home and we were on FaceTime. We were like, we're fine. Like there's not even gonna be a clown purge. But then like the more we thought about it, we were like counting down the minutes. And like we were on Instagram like checking like the hashtag, like hashtag clown purge, like 2016 or whatever. I think it was 16. And we were spooked, sister. We were sister spooked. And so I was like, oh my god, like I'm literally gonna die.
I knew I was gonna die.
Then I decide like I'm like, yo, it's a clown purge. Like it's dark out. It's like 9 o'clock, and we were still on the phone. And I was like, I'm gonna look out my window. I look out my window. There's this clown-looking boy. Like, have I told you this? He was like out the street, like on the street, like just standing there, like with his balloon. And I'm like, ooh, sister. I'm like, my wig. So that happened, and I didn't sleep all night. And I was still at Eagle Arts at the time, a school that's now closed down. And I like told everyone the next day. And they were like, oh my god, like, really?
But yeah, there was this one time I was sitting downstairs in my house, obviously where else would I be? And I looked out like to the front door, and I was sitting on the long couch that Caitlin was sitting on that one time. But it was a different day. And oh my gosh. It looked like there was something at my door. And I don't know what it was, but whew, it was spooky.
Okay, so I don't know if you could actually see it, but there was definitely something like moving in the background. So that's pretty like spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. But whatever. I quickly wanted to end the video because me and Alana forgot to because we kept like talking.
Make sure you guys
about
like, comment,
scary-
subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell, and subscribe button. You guys don't miss another video. Bye.
So I quickly wanted to end the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we upload another video. And I'll see you guys real soon. I love y'all so much. Bye.